Hey guys, this is your host Matt from Mental Health Reddit, and today I have a special episode. I thought we'd take a break for one video and go with something a little more lighthearted since it's Valentine's Day. So today, I'll be reading stories from Hamster Noir's post on r/AskReddit. Waiters, what type of Valentine's Day disasters have you witnessed? We've got some good ones lined up, so I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. I worked at a pretty high-end Mediterranean bistro. My second Valentine's Day was probably the busiest night I've ever worked as a server. We had reservations that booked basically the entire restaurant, including the bar and patio from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. No walk-ins were to be seated unless a reservation was canceled or someone with a reservation didn't show up. Most of the customers were pretty understanding and either waited or simply left. One dude, however, kept pushing and pushing, asking every 10 minutes how much longer until he is seated. Constantly saying how he's a regular customer or how his date is going to be there at 7. He got there at 6. We insisted that once the table was available and all the customers before him were seated, he would get a table. But because the amount of reservations, we couldn't guarantee he would get a table at all. At about 6:50, the guy loses it. Fast walks up to the hostess stand where the reservation book is, grabs the reservation book, and practically runs out the front door. Now, everything is going to complete crap because the only copy of the reservations for the night that is barely half over is gone. Two of the owners ran outside to follow the guy and try to get the book back, but by the time they got out, he had already left the parking lot. Even better is 2 hours later, chaos is still running rampant, and the dude shows back up, saying he has a reservation for 2. 3 of the 5 of the owners, all brothers, escorted the dude and his date out to the parking lot and banned him from the restaurant permanently. They even took a picture of him and posted it in the window saying, "Do not serve this man." TLDR, salty dude without reservation steals reservation book and tries to come back later. I had a Section 1 V-Day that had a marriage proposal, a 40th anniversary, and a breakup all at the same time. The breakup was the worst. The guy brought his high-class date a gift, a mini ceramic bear holding balloons. He presented it when I was at the table and she looked at it like it was a hot turd. I just knew this was not going to end well. She left at the end of the meal and must have said something because he stayed at the table for another 40 minutes, head down and crying. I felt bad. He saw the celebrations going on at other tables. A guy proposed to his girlfriend and she said no. The guy threw his arms up in the air and ran out of the building. Later, while waiting for somebody to pick her up, she told us it was completely out of the blue because they'd only been dating for a few months. Another V-Day, a guy raised a huge fuss over the fact that we wouldn't serve liquor to his underage girlfriend. I'm certain you meant he threw his hands up in the air momentarily in exasperation, but I can't help but picture him running out of the restaurant arms straight up, Kermit the Frog style. Old man proposed to old woman. He tried to get off the chair to kneel, tripped, and fell, and I assumed he broke something since he couldn't get back up and we had to call in an ambulance. My manager had to drive her teeth to the hospital separately because she had taken them out to eat her soup, Lord knows why, and left them on the table in confusion. Edit to add, I don't know if she said yes. My manager didn't get to see them at the hospital, only pass her teeth to the nurse. Thank you kindly for the gold and silver though. Back when I served food at one of those super touristy seafood restaurants, I worked a Valentine's Day double shift. For lunch, this younger couple came in celebrating their 1-year anniversary. I offered my congratulations and proceeded to the usual spiel before taking orders. The girl's looking more and more dismayed the longer I talk. Finally, I get to the end and she asks if there's any allergies. She looks directly at her boyfriend and states, "Yes, I'm allergic to fish and shellfish." Then she looks over at me very sad. I made sure every aspect of our meal was fine for her, but it was that look of we've been dating a year and he still takes me to a restaurant that could kill me that nearly did it for me. I was working at a waitress in a sushi restaurant and Valentine's Day was an all hands on deck type of shift. This guy I had just started seeing wanted to go out, but I told him that working in food service, you never get Valentine's Day off and we just have to celebrate the day after or on the weekend. Nope, he got so upset that he wouldn't ask a different girl out. came to the restaurant I worked at on V-Day and sat in my section. He then proceeded to spend the entire evening making a fool of himself and making his date uncomfortable as he tried to make me jealous. Needless to say, we didn't go out again, ever. Not really a disaster, but this guy came in and he said he was waiting for his date. He stayed for 5 hours waiting and she never showed up. He eventually ordered for himself and asked that I remove the other glass of wine from the table. He said it was for their date. I work at a brewery/bar. One night, a young woman comes in for her first meeting Tinder match. She orders a beer and chats with me for a bit. Eventually, Home Slice strolls in. He strikes me as a bit of a meathead, but you see lots of people like this. I try not to judge. They say hello, officially meet each other, and I ask if I can get him a brew. He orders one, and somehow, in the time it takes me to turn around, fill a pint, and set it in front of him, he's already saying, "So don't ever believe domestic abuse charges. My last 3 exes have all called the police on me." Most people put their best foot forward on a first date. I can only imagine how charming this guy is once you get to know him. I blew my car's tires and my friend came in to bail me out. We were both straight male dudes and forgot it was Valentine's. Decided to have dinner and both of us were coming from an important meeting, so had suits on. We didn't catch on until the end how the waitstaff thought we were just the cutest gay couple ever. Soho, NYC, V-Day 2009. Mid-service, guy in a cheesy jacket comes in with a full mariachi band. Takes a knee in the middle of the restaurant and proposes to one of our servers with a ring. The entire restaurant is watching, staff and guests alike. She instantly says no, mortified, and leaves the front door sobbing. The band continues to play while he half-heartedly pursues her, but is stopped by the manager as he tries to enter the kitchen after her. He exits shamefully while the band plays him off. Bands stick around for the beers at the bar. Turns out, he was her ex. They hadn't spoken in over a year and this was an attempt to win her back. We got drinks and laughed it off after service, and she banged the bartender later. This thread could get sad fast, so I'll give a success story. I was working backline at an Arby's on Valentine's Day. It's 8 o'clock and the store is empty. One couple comes in to order the food. I just finished making it when I see the guy get down on a knee and propose with a packet of horsey sauce. She says yes. I tell my manager and give them a free cookie because accepting a proposal done by condiments in an Arby's is just true love. Alright, that takes us to the end of the video today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more mental health Reddit videos, and share your thoughts below. I'm starting this channel to help viewers out there with issues related to mental health and giving us a place to gather and share our stories. I should be uploading 3 times a week going forward, so be sure to be on the lookout. Until next time, peace.